And that's why I kind of want to make sure Chris still gets some levels too, even though she's finally crossed over. Because she's going to be very much a supportive character at this point. Not going to attack too much with her, so I need her healing magic to be up to snuff. That's more like it. Down under 7. That's fine, and they lived too, so win-win. That's all we wanted to do. And since he's out of troops anyway, might as well, huh? Yeah, it could have gone better, but could have gone a lot worse too. No damage taken, so. Plus we have these guys. Finish it up, hopefully, maybe, possibly, yes. And a level on top of that. This is going pretty well. Yeah, I'm really leaning towards making him a lord, or keeping him a lord after all. If I do still make him a magic knight, the only reason will be just to have extra MP. Yeah, trying leading. I'm doing my best here. Magic knight has what, 16 MP as opposed to 8, so double. That's not insignificant. Plus thunder, can't forget about that thunder magic. But again, knowing what I know now about magical abilities and how it's affected by your current level, I don't know if a level 1 thunder is gonna be... yeah. Would it even be worthwhile, I'm wondering. Maybe not. Oh well. Thorn Under the Hand is already almost level 3 as a magic knight, so definitely happy with that decision. I'm still amazed that we were able to take out the dragon the way that we did. I feel like the game was definitely generous on that one, and I'm very appreciative. Okay, we've got a wall of defense established here. Jessica is exposed a bit. That's potentially hazardous, but she does have that high attack. And she has magic. And we need to get an arm in there somewhere. Yes, it'll be more advantageous if I make sure that Commander's troops are standing adjacent to them directly as opposed to somebody else. So in the off chance they actually survive a round, they can sustain themselves with a little bit more health, with added nourishment. That's what I'm thinking here. So we've got a pretty good formation here. Better leave her men right there too. And put her on attack, hoping they'll be able to be more effective with their aiming. Speaking of aiming, let's see who we can hit with this. That'll have to be good enough for now. Decent damage all around. Considering how many times I can cast that, I think that'll be better than Earthquake for now. Whew. Monkey see, monkey do. I think theirs was a better use of it right there though. Now Taylor's at 6. And this is when it's bad. When they wipe out opponents, normally it's a good thing, but see here, they're exposed to another round of attacks. And when they get to low health, that can be a problem. Thankfully, he left them at 1, so I'm actually kind of okay with that. Truthfully, I'm really okay with it. Yeah, things with wings are kind of an Achilles heel for those who ride horses. Or any large animal, really. So, gonna have to be mindful of that. They just lack the mobility to deal with them properly, I think. That's the reasoning I'm going with, at least. Hoo, 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 hoo. It's a beautiful thing. Can we see it again? Let's see. No. Still pretty good. Yes, Jessica. What would we do without her? And that +9 attack. I think she's going to be in every battle for the rest of this, for sure. I think... Yeah, I can't afford to leave her behind at this point. She's too valuable. I mean, she's right up there with Leiden. If this game had an option to select a second in command and allow them to acquire some extra bonuses as a result, it would definitely be her most likely. Unless the bonuses are really big, then maybe I'd have to make someone just for the simple fact that they would need it more than her. But she'd definitely be the one who deserves it. Yeah, it definitely seems like the women officers in this game are the best overall. And not to make it a gender thing, but I'm just saying it's just something I've observed. Jessica, Chris, Narm, depending on what class you decide to take them into, they're definitely going to be your strongest, without a doubt. And then Narm, she can become anything that Hawking and Thorn can become, plus her own thing. Something that they haven't even conceived of for themselves, possibly. And Taylor, he's pretty strong too, but it's just his defense. That's his stumbling block. Not that he's alone in that. But I mean, Chris, for example, without that evil axe, yeah, she'd be almost untouchable, I'm thinking. And we'll see how that plays out in the next battle. See if that holds up for her. Because I don't think I'm going to keep giving her the axe. I mean, I might, but I'm going to have to let it go at some point. And that 32 defense is just... Whew, that's too good to let go. Yeah, I'm mostly just rambling at this point. It's still fairly early. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't let me fool you. I'm mostly figuring it out as I go. And that's the honest truth. There's a little bit of planning and a whole lot of improv. That's pretty much how I roll. Added excitement, I find. I don't want to go in too well prepared. But I don't want to go in completely blind either, if that makes sense. Look at that damage. Breathtaking. It's nice to have his healing magic have a decent range now. Focusing on him a little bit the last couple battles has definitely paid off. Well, scenario 15 excluded. That was all about Thorn, obviously, but if I had been neglecting Leiden completely and he'd still be at, I don't know, level 3 or 4 at this point, his magic would be nowhere near as useful as it is at this point. They should be able to handle this. And I guess technically they did, but they didn't finish it, as I was expecting. So those gargoyles are probably going to retreat unless I do something about it. Something in the form of a fireball. Yeah, ooh. Oh, wow. Took out that whole column. Amazing. Well, that eased our burdens, didn't it? We're practically singing Hakuna Matata over here at this point. Okay, so we can move them down to reoccupy those spaces. Yep, put them in front of them to keep them alive so they can recover some health. Probably want to move them forward and might as well attack while they're 4 and all, because that was a likely result. Yeah, that's one of those situations you really lose nothing by attacking on your turn, even if you don't want to. It was very unlikely that they would have been able to get to us in time to do anything. And in doing so, we've probably kept some of those archers alive a little bit longer. And once again left them at 1, which in this case is a good thing. Not ready for him to get attacked too often. Yes, this side's good. They got in the trees. That helped them out a bit. And just a bit. They still got roughed up. Okay, this could be kind of bad. Alright, making good use of that shield we gave him. Didn't take too many hits there. He very well could have, so very thankful. And they survived somehow. That's good. It's kind of what I've been going for here. Get out of here with that. Oh, we lost some. And they can make this. He up there incapable of taking them out now. Which is why that first strike is so crucial. Ugh. Of course you would do that. Oh, come on. Attack Chris. Please. Yeah, and any monks who survive, that's just a bonus. Come on, archers, just a little bit more. There aren't that many of them left. A lot of them, though. They've still got a ways to go, though. Should give us plenty of time to get our health back up to snuff. And I've been saying up to snuff a lot. I think I overheard somebody say that and I got infected. Does that happen to anybody else? You hear somebody use a phrase or a saying and then you find yourself saying it a little bit? Son of a duck. For example. I enjoy that one a little too much, I think. But I don't feel too bad. I've gotten people to say all kinds of things that they weren't saying before they met me. So I'm contagious too. At least on occasion. Okay, what are we gonna do with you? Remove them from our sights. Gotcha. Yeah, they're on their last legs. Take it back, we don't want any. Healing 3. That's a lot of MP. So I'd better make it count, hit the best possible group. Yeah. I changed my mind looking at it. Nobody's hurt that badly. Because 8 MP. I might need that, you know. Saving it for a very rainy day. Because I've seen the forecast. drizzles are on the horizon. This is a better use of it, I think. Now I want to get Hawking too, though. There we go. Perfect. Because Thorn didn't really need to be there at this point. Yeah, that was more than worth it. Taylor. You can't move, can you? Not unless we move somebody else first. And this is why I suggested to you find people you might want to consider making him something else. But I do like him as a Serpent Knight, even with the drawbacks. Just holding him back a bit here. Alright, this is a good spot for him. He's so close to level 9, I kind of feel like I just want to cross that bridge with him and then we can really just let him take a vacation. He won't need any kills at that point unless it's just going to help everybody else out. And it'll feel good to have somebody maxed out. One less thing to have to be concerned with. You okay, Albert? You made that look like a lot of work. And let's not forget about you over in the corner, crying yourself to sleep at night at this point, I'd imagine. But the way things are going, you will never see another night, so dry your eyes. And see how this works out. Very good is the answer. Perfect, actually, because now I can decide who I want to get that experience, which is always a nice luxury when you can afford it. Caught myself zoning out listening to the music again. You'd think I'd be desensitized to it by now, but nope. Still grooving. Nine versus 9. This should, yes, work in our favor. And none of them are next to their leader, so they're not going to gain any help here. Oh, you're back up to 10 though. It's too late, guys. You can't retreat. You will not be able to sustain yourselves for very much longer. And your friends there, they must have molasses on their wings. They're taking entirely too long. By the time they arrive, you will probably just be another note in the history books. Along with these clowns. And speaking of the storm I was speaking of, there are some rain clouds to the north there. Let's see exactly how far away they are. Okay, they're not too distant. Still nowhere near within range though. But we need to wrap this up really quickly so I can get my people together. We don't even need him at this point. Let's get him out of there. I think we're gonna just leave that for Hawking. Start with them. Yeah, I figured he could handle that. Yeah, come on, 31 attack versus 16 defense. He shouldn't have any problems. Keyword shouldn't. Okay. Back under 7. No fire from you. That's some good news. Hey, boo-boo. Alright, keep retreating. Though I think it is a backwards advance. Because we have bigger menaces moving forward. So we best be prepared. This is when we heal ourselves. Oh yes, Taylor, as much as I want to, he just needs to keep moving because he's so slow. Really not going to treat with him unless I really have to. Because we have healers here too. Fireball. Yeah, hit everybody. Except the one at the bottom there. I don't want to weaken him too much. I don't think that would have killed him, but we're gonna play it safe here. He's at 4, no real rush. And we know it's not gonna do anything except for treat itself, so. It doesn't get any easier than that, does it? Do it. Nice. Great job, Narm. You're slowly catching up there. How about another? Ooh, too full for seconds, huh? That's okay though. Still got some archers. We'll be patient and wait though. Now I have another decision to make. Do I give that to Narm or save it for Hawking? Would he be able to make it over there in time? Probably not. Then I would have to weaken it all over again. Not sure if I'm really up for that. Oh yeah, because they're getting closer now. I can see them. But only one of the groups. The other one is just not gonna move, it seems. Gonna make us chase them down. And somehow chasing is less fun when the target is not in motion. Maybe it's just me. I would argue that you can't even chase them at that point. Which, incidentally, is a very useful thing to keep in mind if you ever find yourself caught out in the wilderness. Find yourself amongst some wild animals. Remember, they can't chase you if you don't run. Even better if you can remain calm. Now, I'm not sure how many of you would want to test that theory out, but personal experience at least has taught me that most things operate off of fear. Or any emotional sensations you give off. So, yeah. Just don't move. Don't do anything. They're mostly gonna play off of you. If you don't give them something to chase, they're not going to. I used to try to tell my friends this all the time who were scared of dogs. You know, the dog is just putting on a show. If you don't run or get really worked up, the dog is not gonna go after you. Yeah, works for me at least.